I actually was in the bathroom at the moment, and I came back to my classroom and I knocked on the door, and the fire alarm went off, and principal came on the speaker and just said, everyone needs to evacuate right now. So that's what we did. As I was going down the stairs, I heard a couple shots fired. Everyone was freaking out, saying that it was a gun. And as we were walking, the whole class together, I actually was speaking to the suspect, Nicholas Cruz. And as I was speaking to him, he seemed very, I don't know what the word I want to say is, but he was trouble in middle school, so I kind of joked to him about it and said, I'm surprised you weren't the one who did it. And he just gave me a huh? So that's really what happened.
You were walking down the hall, he had already fired at that time?
Yes, sir, with him.
Weren't you scared?
In the moment I wasn't, because there was obviously definitely another shooter involved, but...
Oh, you think he was not the only one?
No, definitely not.
Why do you say that?
Because when shots were fired, I saw him after the fact. So, and the shots were coming from the other part of the building. So there definitely had to be two shooters involved, I believe.
That's the first I've heard of that. Did you see any other students who were wounded?
No, sir.
To go outside so they could start shooting up. So they started shooting from the first floor up, because there's only 2 exits in the freshman building, so everybody started running to the other exits, but that's when the other shooter started coming up. So everybody, and then I thank God to this teacher who opened up her door and let all of us in. She got shot in the arm trying to open the door, and then the other teacher, he got shot in the head trying to cut the other students, and it was like an hour, like it felt like years waiting for them. And then after all that, we finally got out, and like they started yelling at us to keep focused and to pay attention ahead, the army people, because they didn't want us to see the bodies that they hid in the corner. They were putting mats over them so we wouldn't see them, but there was dust all over the floor from this thing they threw in there. They were trying to.
So you think there was more than? Do you think there was more than one
There's
shooter?
3 shooters. That's what I hear. Definitely.
How terrifying! Hold on one second now. How terrifying!
It was pretty damn terrifying because they were putting us through drills, and we all thought this was a drill. We thought this was a drill, but it wasn't. And then we just started hearing the gunshots, and it was really terrifying because my class, the class that I ran into, he started shooting through the door, and he came through and he started shooting the cabinets, and that's when he shot the teacher. And then he ran back outside to shoot the other teacher who was closing the other door for the kids, but he didn't get to close the door, and he was just there. And so we were all just sushing each other, like, shut up, just suck it up if you're crying, because we're not trying to get shot. Because he was in the hallway yelling, hey, hey, trying to taunt us and get us to say things, trying to get us outside. And that's when some other kid, like, he ran out because he thought it was free, but he got shot, and then we heard the groaning outside, and we couldn't do anything.
Well, so the shooter, tell me, besides, hey, what was he saying during
He
all
wasn't
this?
doing anything. He was legit. He just ran up the stairs, started shooting, and you could see a bunch of kids just going down that way, but stopping. But because the other shooter was coming, so everybody was
screaming and stuff.
Everybody was trampling each other because they were like, "Hey, do you hear that loud banging sound?" And we all thought it was like some kid joking on the stairwell because they're hollow, so you could just hit a stick and it sounds like it. But then we all were like, "Oh, this is real!" So we all just started running. It was really bad.
Now, one student told me that the shooter was wearing a bulletproof vest and a helmet. Did you see that?
I saw some other kid. When the other kid who came into the classroom, he was wearing some type of thing, and like I don't know, but it was like I froze at that moment because you never know, because when the gun is like pointed towards you and the thing, you don't know what to do, and you kind of just like pause and you're just like, is this actually gonna happen? But I felt like he was going after all the teachers because a bunch of teachers got shot, and any of the kids who were in the way, they got shot.
What happened was the fire drill ran, so we all thought it was fire. We already had a drill today, so we're like, it's another drill. So we don't take it seriously. But then we hear pop, and from the other side of the school, we just see the whole school running out. So we heard multiple, what you believe are multiple gunfire shots. Yeah. And you said there was a drill today of some sort, and because of that, today was a normal fire drill like that. Normally we need one every month, and we were just assuming it's that one. But then a second drill went off in my class. We just all assumed that it was a normal drill. But as we were walking out, we started hearing like pop shots, and no one seemed to be worried at people thought that it was just another like intense drill. They told us about a drill before where they were going to be shooting blank. So we heard the shots like, hey, it's just that drill.
Did you, as you were there, confusion, I imagine, because I know that a lot of the students were saying earlier in the day you had a fire drill, right? And then the fire alarm goes off again. So like you said, you don't know if this is another fire drill. How did you figure that out? Were there folks there telling you what to do as this was happening?
Okay, basically about a month ago, we've had the faculty and like teachers. They had a paper about code red, code black, and stuff, telling us if so and so happened, if this happened, what to do. So basically, we went over a code red, which is gun on campus. We went over that about a month ago, and there was rumors going around the school that there would be a fake shooting to see how the students would prepare for it and stuff like that. So when we first heard the 2 gunshots, nobody did anything because we thought that that was a drill, you know?
Yeah.
And then I just saw people running, and then I heard it again, and it got louder and louder. And that's when I just ran downstairs, and I could tell he was, like, right around the corner because it was very loud, and I just heard shooting, and I just made a ran opposite.
You knew then. I know it's got to be confusing, that situation, to distinguish what it is, right? And not a lot of people have actually heard a gunshot. You must not have known for sure when you first heard those sounds.
Yeah, the first time I heard it, I didn't really know what it was, and I saw people running, but I was still, like, puzzled, like, confused. Then I heard 4 more shots, and I was like, okay, I don't care if this is fake or not. Like, I'm going. I'm leaving, you know?
You did the right thing. I'll tell you, you did the right thing.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're safe. I'm sure your mom is as well.
When we were all piled up by his desk, that's because that was procedure for Code Reds to hide and to do anything possible to keep us safe. My friend said Mr. Beagle, which is his name, is not moving. He is laying in the doorway and he is not moving. She said, I don't know if this is real or fake, because we had rumors going around the school that the police would do a fake Code Red with fake fake guns, not actual, but sounding real. And I thought at the beginning that this was it was all a drill. It was just a drill, until I saw my teacher dead on the floor.